So, welcome to NSK TV, and it's another interview with one of our amazing entertainers. And today we have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. David Burgess. David, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it, mate.
More than welcome. More than welcome.
How long have you been with Non-Stop Kids now? You've been with us.
It's been a good few months, like.
Yeah, it's been a few months now.
I don't think it's been half a year yet, but it's been. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I've been having that much fun since I've joined. Yeah, it's all the days just blend into one anyway. It's like a big family unit. It's like the most dysfunctional family that you'll ever meet.
Yeah, we always say we put the fun in dysfunctional. Yeah, it's always the way. But look, you know what? A lot of people that are watching this don't know you, but you have had a lot of experience of entertainment. I mean, way before you joined Non-Stop Kids, yeah. You've been involved in entertainment for many, many years. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, your journey, how you got into magic, what you do outside of Non-Stop Kids, and just tell us all about yourself.
Okay, so my name's David Burgess. I'm a dad of two beautiful children, Amelia, who's 3, and a lovely 7-month-old little boy, Caleb, and I come and entertain other people's children for a respite from my own kids. as most of us with kids who are in that Non-Stop Kids do, but you know, it's all joking aside. So I've been doing magic since I was about 6. I'm now 35. Thanks. I know I don't look at Craig. You're too kind.
You look good, man. You look good.
And so I've been doing magic since I was 6. I always kept my hand in it, but didn't really see it as a career or anything until about 3 years ago. And what happened is that my background sales, so I've been a salesman, I've been a car salesman, a door-to-door canvasser. I've had many jobs and nothing's really like fitted with me. I even haven't gone on with a manager, or I haven't been that type of person who'd do those certain things to get promoted. So I just left, and my dad said to me once, he said, son, you know, that doesn't look good on your CV. 1 month, 6 months, 3 months. So the longest job I had was working for a major bank, which I won't obviously say the name because there's many more out there. And I was there for 3.5 years. Hated it because it was on the phones. And then my very last job was selling water coolers, believe it or not. And I got let go from that job. It was the first job that I ever got sacked from. And the reason they sacked me is because I hadn't hit my target for 3 months. And it wasn't, there's no animosity towards the company. They were dead good with me. Becky, my wife, was actually 6 months pregnant at the time with our first child, Amelia. And I turned to her and said, you know what, this is a sign that I need to do my magic full time. And then it kind of forced my hand. And then I've been doing magic now for 3 years. I've been on the front cover of a magazine called Switch On to Business magazine. I got flown to perform out for Formula 1 in Abu Dhabi. I've been flown all over the world. I've performed for numerous celebrities. And yeah, I just love doing what I do. And then me and you have obviously known each other for a number of years, as in more like other acquaintances. And then you just reached out to me like a while back, probably about a year actually now, and said, if you want to ever jump on board Non-Stop Kids, you know, the door's open. And then one day I thought, you know what, I want to, because I've always wanted to do it, but it's like a scary thing, but it hasn't half made me a better performer for adults. Because if you can deal with children and manage children, you can manage adults like nothing. Yeah,
I completely agree with that. I really do. I honestly believe that the best performers are the ones that can do everything. They can perform for kids, they can perform for adults. And when I'm working in new material for like an adult show, I'll try that in a kid show first of all, because kids are so honest. If you're good, they'll be the best audience in the world. But if you're not good, they'll tell you about it immediately. You'll know about it.
That's the thing I love about kids, because they've got no filter. It just goes in here and comes out there and just goes, because they haven't learned as adults to, no, you can't say that, love, because it might upset the young man. And I'm there, I don't like anything. Stop picking on me.
That's it, exactly. That's awesome. And so, you know, I mean, obviously you touched on magic there, but you've got a lot of experience doing magic. So first of all, you're part of our sister company, Slightly Unusual, but also obviously you do a lot of magic gigs under your own name as well. So you know the name David Burgess, especially around your area, Liverpool, Merseyside. You know, you're a very busy close-up magician as well, aren't you? You want to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so I'm the go-to person for magic and quite a lot of for example, when like there's a little groups which you can go into, like this Wirral wedding group, which you're probably familiar with as well. And whenever there's a magician's thing which gets mentioned, because I do such a good job like yourself, I pride myself on making sure that my audience go with what they're after, which is basically to be entertained. Have a load of fun, number one, is my number one rule. Even myself, I've got to have fun. Everybody or most people have got to laugh because I'm like, I don't take myself too seriously, and I do like, so even when I'm doing the adult stuff, I'm a bit of a comedy magician, so I have a laugh, but I never have a laugh on somebody else's expense. I just have a laugh on my own expense. Sometimes, as you know, Craig, you do get the odd, shall we say, fool who likes to think that he's a bit bigger than his station, and then you put them down, but in a subtle way, so the mates actually take the mick out of them, so you don't have to. But it's all jovial, and they're all friends with you because they go, "Yeah, I was being a bit silly there, wasn't I, mate?" And we say, "Yeah," and then you say, "I'll stop now." and say, "Thanks." But yeah, so I've been doing close-up magic. That's my main thing. But obviously, when I came on board with yourself and we'd done the training, I was like, "What, a stage show? I'm never going to do a stage show." And he said, "No, the training is amazing." And now I love it. And literally, my favourite is got to be Charlie the dog, which I will be sending you a magic video of my performance of that, guys. So if you are not already subscribed to NSK TV, make sure you are, because you'll see my video of the Charlie the dog routine, which hopefully you'll laugh. And if you don't, well, you don't, but hopefully you don't.
I got to pull you up on something you said earlier on as well. You talked about how you've been flown out to Abu Dhabi, was it, to perform?
Yeah, Abu Dhabi.
Tell us about that, because that's really cool. I mean, how many people just get? I mean, you just glazed past that, but it was like, yeah, you know, I've been flown out to perform in Abu Dhabi. I mean, like, wow, man. I mean, you know, how many people on the streets of Merseyside just get flown out to go and do a few days' work in Abu Dhabi? That's cool.
Yeah, well, most magicians as well, as you know, who've worked in the game longer than both of us, haven't done half the things me and you have done in a shorter space of time. So, how that came about is I'm friends with a very good friend of mine called Miguel De Foro, and he used to run a company called MD Productions. It was on Britain's Got Talent, if you want to search him. They're a dance company. Now he's actually changed the name now. I think it's called, I can't remember the name, it passes me, but if you just search for him, you'll find them on there, MD Productions. Well, anyway, he's had the contract to go out to Abu Dhabi for the past, I think it was like 3 years, but he went with like just his dance group. And then the girl who he knows out there said, "I'd like you to bring more like variety acts." So he said, "Okay, I'll bring singers." And he said, "Oh, I've got a magician friend." So he said, "Oh, that'd be great." So he phoned me up and he said, "Hi, David, do you want to come out to Abu Dhabi?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he said, "Oh, by the way, I was doing it for free." And then he said, "Oh, we'll pay you a little bit of money." And I was like, "Well, Stan, I wasn't bothered, because I'd get to do the get to see the racing, but plus, you know, what an experience that is to put on your CV. You know, because when you mention Formula One, people are like, Formula One, because basically everybody on the planet's heard of Formula One. So when you say, I performed out in Abu Dhabi for Formula One, they're like, wow. So the way that got about is basically I went out there and I was there for 3 days, and yeah, it was just an amazing experience. I'll show you on my phone. I've actually got the best selfie which you will ever see in your entire life, and I will prove that I am actually in Abu Dhabi. 1 second.
I'm very excited about this.
Yeah, well, it's the best selfie. So what they've done is, I didn't know this, because the first time that I've ever been into Formula One, I'm into my motorbikes myself. So I used to be in the British Superbike racing and all that. And then I thought, what's all this raving about a Formula One? But until you actually go to Formula One, then you realise, because it's like there's just the atmosphere is electrifying. So, you know, this is me on the starting line of the Abu Dhabi racetrack.
Wow, that's so cool.
And then people were looking at me. That's another picture there, and I could scroll across, and then show you. Yeah, there's some more.
That's very cool.
There you go. That was a balloon. This was a balloon place, but there's loads of. So that's me performing, and that was I got one of the guests to. I'm glad the sound isn't on here, because that fella in the red shirt who's next to me, he was that shocked, as you do get at some gigs sometimes, that he was swearing quite a lot. He was saying, "Oh man," I was like, wow. He was like, "Wow, I'll do that again." And then he was watching me, and he was like intently, and he's like, "No, how you have done that?" I think every other sentence out of his mouth was a swear word because he was that amazed by the trick which I performed. It was only sponge balls, but it was the way I was producing them out of his t-shirt and then out of his cup, and he was like, "How are you doing this?" It was good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, what an experience. Now, I've got a question for you. You've been with Non-Stop Kids for about 6 months now.
Yeah.
And obviously, I mean, people will be able to tell because of your accent, but you're based in Liverpool. Yeah. But I know over the last 6 months, you've performed in North Wales, you've performed in Lancashire, you've performed in Manchester, you've been in Yorkshire, you've been in the Midlands, you've been in Derbyshire. Do you find that the kids that you're performing for are different in the different areas of the country that you've been to, or is it all exactly the same?
Yes and no. Now, the reason yes or no is because every kid, regardless of their age, because even as an adult, you know yourself when you get that like kid feeling inside where something makes you chuckle like a kid, and it just brings back all their memories. That every child is really, not identical, but they have different things. The only thing which changes is the accent and obviously the type of tricks which you can get away with doing. For example, in Liverpool and like the likes of Manchester and up north and stuff like that, you can be a little bit more rough around the edges, pardon the expression. Yeah. No offense to anybody in Liverpool or Manchester, but you know what I mean? Like, you can have a bit more of a direct banter with the parents and stuff and have a laugh with the kids. Whereas there's other parts where you might try material and it doesn't go down as well as a certain demographic area. But other than that, no, every kid, I always try and make them, well, number one, I make myself as silly as anything, and then that just gets the kids on side. And dependent on age, obviously, you give me this tip, you say, if it's above 7, you say you guys, but if it's like below the 4, like the tiny tots, which we form for, you go, "Right, boys and girls, come on." When you say for the older kids, "Come on, guys," and then if there are a few kids which are being a little bit, shall we say, over enthusiastic, I'll get them to help me in the show. So I'll say, "If you stay there and you be really good, I'll get you to help me in the show." So then that way, it kind of gets them on board as well to stop them from being little charming darlings, which they can be sometimes. when you're looking behind and then you're over here and then there's one of them in your case and you're like, "Excuse me. What do you think you're doing?" And then they're like, "Oh, I was just having a look at your magic wand again in this." Oh, yeah, it's okay. I say, "What's your name?" And then I bring them up and then I start doing a trick with them and I'm like, "Wow." And I say, "Well, guess what? You'll get to keep this if you stay good. So go and sit back over there, good lad." And then they're like, "Okay." And then they're watching you like that intent. Then instead go, "Boss, no, I love it." I just get, I get my energy from the kids when they're like, the more energy that I get from them from the beginning is like, it's like an effect. It's like a weird drug. It's all I can say. It's like this weird energetic drug which you can't get enough of because everybody's like, so like, "Wow, I'm waiting to see this." And then when you're silly and you get a laugh, then you know that you're on the right path then. And don't get me wrong, there are some times where you do material that you've done for a crowd and it doesn't get it, and then I hype up the silliness and then that's it. Then you get them on board and then you just be daft and then. But yeah, I love it. It is great, and as I said, I wish I'd signed up with you a year ago when you first asked me. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you know what? We're really happy to have you. Here's a question for you, mate. Got another question for you. So, which package? So, let's say there's some parents or there's some kids watching this, and they're thinking about having a birthday party. Let's just assume it's 6 months down the line, and everything, all of this craziness that we're in the middle of now has stopped, and they're thinking about having a birthday party for their child. Which package out of all the packages that you've done would you recommend? You know, because there's so many different packages on the website. There's like 20 or 30 different packages. Which one, in your opinion, is the best to go for?
Well, the one I enjoy. Well, the one I've only done one of is the themed part. The themed ones are good, like the themed 2-hour shows that you do. Like they're good. I think I've done the Greatest Showman, which was amazing, and I think I've done one where they wanted me because obviously I love Harry Potter, and there was a Harry Potter theme, and they had like the Wizard Workshop, plus they had the I think she went for a 2-hour show, plus she had the Wizard Workshop on the end. So the kids could learn some magic, and I love that because I could literally talk like Harry Potter. And I was like, "Oh, so this," and I was adapting the trick, saying, So this is Dumbledore Swan. Like, oh, is it? I'm like, yeah, it is. I'm just being really stupid. But yeah, me personally, if I was going to book for my daughter, or whether do for yourselves, I'd go for the 2-hour package, the non-stop, hassle-free. Because every parent that I've had who's never organised a party, because we're so, like, we phone them up, as you know, you get us to phone them up at least 2 days beforehand. Sometimes if we can't, for some other reasons, you'll contact us and say, make sure you've phoned your customer up. And I had one girl who gave me a great review, and she was like, oh David, what do you want me to do? I said, no, it's called hassle-free for a reason. You just all you need to do is just sit back and relax, leave them to me, I'll have them for 2 hours, and you just do your thing. And then I had a major, I can't remember the woman's name, but she gave me this great review. She said, wow, it was so amazing. It literally is hassle-free, because I phoned her up in time. I told her when I was going to be there. I was there, like, try and get there half an hour early, but I said to her, you know, if I am, because it was literally around the corner, and I said, if I am a little bit late, it literally takes me 5 minutes to set up, so don't worry, I will be there on time to start. And then literally she was just like, how you control that many kids? I don't know. I think there's like 50 kids there or something. And I just said, right guys, come over here quick. The last one or two, he's not going to get any sweets. And then literally all the kids like, what? like they're glued to me. Like some of the kids are like stuck to me, chatting like, looking up like that, because obviously I'm 6'4", so they're like that. I think everybody looks up to me actually, because they're like that. even you do, Craig. You're like that. Hey, Dave.
Absolutely.
But yeah, and it's just like I know you see all the parents go like that, and I like having the adult jokes in there as well. So I say, for example, when I do the ones where I get them to tidy up, because I had one party and they had a massive ball pit, and the kids were just throwing their balls everywhere, and the mums and dads were like saying, oh no, put them back in, and the kids were just like, no, we're not listening to you. And I went, right boys and girls, let's play a game. The last person to get the balls in is not going to get a sweet. Are you ready? I'm going to time you. 1, 2, 3, go. And then the kids are like, what? No sweets, no chocolate. And literally, I must have been about 2 seconds, and all the balls were back in the pool, and all the kids were sat down. They're like, oh, yeah. And then I was like, right, you ready for a magic show? Yeah. As you can tell the way I speak, anyway, I'm full of energy. This is what I...
Absolutely.
My wife's like, do you ever switch off? And now I've created 2 clones of myself. So she can make up.
Awesome.
My little 3-year-old, she just doesn't shut up, and I'm like thinking, oh, okay. So my wife made a joke with me, because obviously we're stuck. We're in the house together, and so my wife's on maternity leave, and she was saying she phoned her mum the other day, and she said, "You do realise that once this is all over, you're having Amelia for a week, so she can have a break."
That's funny. That's awesome. Yeah.
So
well, I'll tell you what, you've been doing this for about 6 months now. What is the funniest thing that's happened to you at a party?
Oh, the funniest thing.
Or the weirdest thing, funniest thing, weirdest thing, strangest thing.
I can't really think of it. So there was actually one child who was a little bit, shall we say, over. I don't like to call them naughty, because they're not really. They're just over enthusiastic, and they just like to get involved. And that. So I don't think that they're just being naughty. They're just like, wow, I want to get into it. But this particular kid was being a little bit too thing. Like he was starting to. So as you know, when you're audience management, if one child starts to play up and you don't like get them on side straight away, then what happens is the others start to follow, and then the others start to follow, and then the next minute you've got like pure carnage of kids on your hands. So I was being as polite as possible to this kid, saying, "Okay, sit down," and he was just having none of it. And so in the end, I had to say, which is very rare of me, I had to say, could the owner of this child please step forward? And literally nobody came forward, and apparently the mother had just left him there and just got off. And so the woman who organised the party was like, I don't think she's even here. I think she's like gone. So I had to get her sister, or I had to say, well, listen, he's gonna disrupt the party for everybody, because it was only him, and there was this other child who was then joining on, and then he was going to start to change. So I said, you're going to have to, because otherwise he's just going to ruin the party for you girls. So in the end, it got all sorted out. But that's the only one time where I've had to address it. But I wouldn't call the kid out like anything. I was just having a mess about, like, aisle 4, please, could somebody collect this child? We have a missing child here. Anybody own this child? You know, as a joke, and that gets the kids, rather than saying, could somebody just grab this child, because he keeps on trying to push my case over and everything like that. That's probably the only the only thing, the funniest thing was actually watching one of me our colleagues who does the fizzy pop drink, because I didn't see him when I was first training. You remember that side?
Hi. Yeah.
Yes, I'd never seen that trick. Can I tell the audience? Yeah, I can tell people.
Go for it. Yeah, you go for it. Yeah.
So basically, he's so funny, and he acts like he doesn't care, and it's dead funny because he just does it dead blasé. So he has, I think it's 5 Coca-Cola cans, and he gets an adult to come up and shake the can, and he gets them to shake it really hard. So basically, when you open it, it's going to pop on your face. And then he passes it around, mixes them up, and then he gets a kid up who happens to be the child of the adult or somebody, and he says, "Just remember who shook the can, okay? If it goes all over you, it's going to go over you." And then they got round to 2, and then Sai has one, and the kid has, or the mum had one, and then he says, "Right, you ready? Do you want to switch the cans?" And if they say yeah, he switches the cans. If they say no, and it's like a Russian roulette, but without any bullets, so everybody goes away safe and sound. And he gets the can, and then literally, I've never seen this trick, and I was laughing my head off, because as the mum opens it, because the mum's like that over this kid's head, and then Sai just holds it to, and as they open it, the fizz goes on Sai's and blows up all over Sai's top, and I was just in stitches with all the kids because I'd never seen that. I was laughing my head off, and that's probably the funniest thing. And the other thing I love is the food, because every parent is really so lovely. By the way, mums and dads, if you're watching this and you do book me, I love me food, and so does all of our other entertainers. That's why I've been going to the gym to slim down, to beef up for when I get back onto the parties.
Oh, it's funny because it's true. Now I'll tell you something else.
It is. I think me and you have been on a diet for about 4 years.
Absolutely, man. Can't wait to get back to it.
No, yeah. Now, I miss it.
Now I'll tell you something that David hasn't said. He's an amazing close-up magician, brilliant kids entertainer, super talented guy, and massive respect for you not mentioning, but I'd like you to. I've been told that you've got your own magic school.
Oh, yeah.
Your own online magic school. Do you want to quickly tell people about that?
Yeah, so I've been toying about opening up my own magic school where I teach simple tricks, and I've been toying with it for the past 4 years. But obviously, as some of you will know, Craig's story, he's the bad boy of magicians because he got thrown out the magic circle twice, and I have the same thing. But I was like worrying about what other people would say or do, or you know, and then I've done a load of research on it, and I thought, because there's loads of stuff out there on YouTube which you can learn, but it's not taught how you're supposed to perform it. So what I thought I'm going to produce my school, because obviously COVID-19, which is keeping all the mums and dads in lockdown, pulling their hair out, thinking how they can entertain their kids, and obviously with homework, being a teacher and giving them like a little bit of a respite. So I put this course together where it's got like about 15 tricks in it, and literally you just sign on, log in, you have your own login details, and then you can step by step, you can watch the performance, and then you can watch the demonstration of the trick. And I can give you the link now, but I'm sure Craig will post the link somewhere so you can click on it.
Well, what we'll do is we'll put the link in the description of this video, because this video is going on YouTube. We'll put the link on the description, so the link will be down there.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, it's dbmagicschool.thinkific.com, and it's not break the bank money either. So I've made it affordable because I'm not actually making, like, you know, I don't want to like make loads of money. I just basically want to make sure that kids are going to learn a new skill, and who knows, they might then become the next me and you, Craig. God help them.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That's awesome. Yeah, and everyone should check that out. Now, there is something that I've been doing with everybody who I've been interviewing. And what I've been doing is I've been doing a rapid fire questions round.
Ooh, right. Okay, I'm strapping myself in.
Okay, so you have 3 minutes to answer as many questions as you can. And we're having a leaderboard to see which entertainers can answer the most questions in that.
I'm gonna win! Yes! Winner!
I'll tell you right now, at the moment, Kieran is in the lead.
Boo! Everybody boo Kieran! Boo!
So this is your chance to get Kieran's crown. So I'm gonna ask you a load of questions.
I'm scared. I've never done like this before.
I'm going to ask you a load of questions. I'm just setting up my timer right now, so I'm just going to time this so we've got it all official.
Wait a minute, we're not going to be like mathematical questions or anything like that, are they?
No, it's really simple stuff. It's really simple stuff. But it's quick
fire. So basically what you're saying is if I get them wrong, I'm going to be embarrassed.
Yeah, really embarrassed, mate. Really embarrassed. There's no way you can get them wrong. But I'm going to... Right, are you ready?
I'm ready as ever.
Okay, I've got my stopwatch up in front of me, so here we go. On your marks, get set, go. Right, if you could buy any type of food right now, what would you buy?
Carrots.
Okay, cool. What colour is your toothbrush?
Purple.
If you could be any animal, what would you be and why?
A lion because they're fierce.
Okay, what is the one thing that you'd like to put on your bucket list?
Skydive.
Awesome. Who's your favourite superhero and why?
Iron Man because he can fly and he's made out of steel.
Who do you admire the most?
You.
What's your favourite summer activity?
Go on the beach.
If the movie was made of your life, what genre would it be and who would play you?
The fellow who plays Iron Man, and it'd be an
Robert
action.
Downey Jr.
Yeah, and it'd be an action.
Action, awesome. If you could be any flavour ice cream, what flavour would you be and why?
Strawberry, because I love it.
Are you a morning or a night person?
Morning.
What's the one thing that annoys you the most?
People who are negative.
Okay, what's the strangest thing you've ever eaten?
Crickets.
Okay, what is one of your weird quirks?
I can do this with my finger.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, describe yourself in 3 words.
Positive, energetic, and enthusiastic.
Nice. If you could trade lives with anyone for one day, who would it be and why?
Jim Carrey, because I love his acting and I want to get into his mindset.
Awesome. What's the first thing that you do when you wake up in the morning?
Brush my teeth.
Okay. If you could get yourself anything, what would you get?
I'd get myself a Tesla Model X P100D.
Where would you go if you were invisible?
Oh, I can't say that.
Fair enough. What is the one thing you own that you wish you didn't?
Oh, about a magic draw.
What's your biggest addiction?
Oh, coffee.
How many books have you read so far this year?
Probably about 50.
Wonderful. What's the worst job you've ever done?
A pot washer.
What's the thing that you're most afraid of?
Oh, heights.
What celebrity annoys you the most?
Pass.
What's the most annoying thing that you have in your wallet? What's the most interesting thing you have in your wallet?
Oh, a crystal. A crystal.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm into me crystals.
What is your lifelong dream?
To be a multi-millionaire and to get people so people aren't homeless anymore.
What's the best advantage to being really tall?
You can see and you can reach on the shelves.
If you could be a character in any TV sitcom, what would it be?
I don't really watch sitcoms.
No? Okay.
No.
If you were running for Prime Minister, what would your campaign slogan be?
I am going to change the world.
Nice. What compliment do people give you the most?
That I'm very friendly and bubbly.
Nice. And finally, what is your favourite Halloween costume?
Oh, Freddy Krueger.
You know what? You did brilliant. I don't know if you beat Kieran. I think you might have. It'll be down to Luke to check, but you did really, 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 really well, man.
Luke, if you're watching this, mate, have you done something with your hair? You're looking awfully nice today, mate. Just wanted to put that out there, Luke.
Brilliant. Now, there's one last thing before we go. Go on. Final thing, and I'm getting everyone to do this. Everybody in Non-Stop Kids that I'm interviewing, I'm asking them, because obviously you're an entertainer, you're a magician, you know, you do all this sort of stuff. I want you to pick anybody and do an impression of them. Somebody that everybody would know. I'd like you to do an impression of that person. Tell us who it is, and then do an impression of that person.
Okay. Well, one sec. I'm gonna try and get somebody up now, but I'm gonna try and do it, and then you're gonna guess. You ready?
Okay.
Alrighty then.
Love it.
Who's that?
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, my hero.
Brilliant. Hero.
Oh, sorry.
That was great. That was really good, man. That was great. That was brilliant. Awesome, David. Thank you so much for.
No worries. Thanks, guys.
Guys, if you're watching this and you want to book David, you can do so by going on to Non-Stop Kids and just filling in the contact form, getting back to us. Obviously, if you want to know more about David's Magic School, the link is down below. And he's on Facebook as well. What's your Facebook group page, man? What's your Facebook?
David Burgess Magician on my Facebook page.
David Burgess Magician. Look that up as well.
And I look like, if you're looking for me, I look like this, so you know who I am. I look like.
Hey, you're looking good, man.
That's what I look like on all the profile pictures.
Okay, so look that man up on Facebook. Guys, thanks very much for joining us. Don't forget, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. We put 6 videos up every single day. And also make sure that you follow us on Facebook, because we do go live every single day at 1 o'clock. We put lots of stuff up there, live videos every single day at 1 o'clock. And then we go and put stuff on YouTube every single day as well. And don't forget, if you want to speak to us about booking anybody, it's www.nonstopkids.co.uk. Thanks very much for watching this video.
And it is great. And NSK TV, I've been watching it with my little girl as well, and all the performers on there are amazing. And I will be doing some story times and some more magic on there, guys. So I look forward to seeing you all through your televisions. Have a fantastic day, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Awesome. Thanks very much. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, Craig. Ciao.